There we go. We provide a platform for everybody, even yourself, Willie Jackson. We just heard from Mariana. She's saying asset sales is theft. You agree?
Oh, she's not far off. She's not far off at all. Good on her. I think she's got a lot of kaha, that girl, that young woman, I should say. And no, I think she's doing the business. We need those types out there. The question she raises, which I think Mariana took her up on, was, does the government have a mandate? And that's the question. I think it's a very valid...
Well, do they have a mandate?
Well, unfortunately, I think they do. Even though the Ariana's out in the streets doing very worthwhile work, and I just congratulate her and our people who are out there who are fighting. But, you know, you can't not say that they don't have a mandate, because they clearly signalled us before the election that they would do what they're doing now. And that's the sad part of it. And yes, a lot of people didn't vote, but you see, it's a little bit different to the Labour Party who didn't signal Rogernomics before 1984. These guys signalled clearly what they were going to do, and unfortunately a lot of people still voted for them. It
was one of their policies before the last election.
Absolutely.
What about the Treaty of Waitangi in the New Zealand Constitution? Where should it be?
Well, it should be right out in the centre of a New Zealand Constitution. There is no doubt about that. And I was listening to some of the interviews with Rangi Nui and our young whanaunga down there in Wellington, and you know, those two do excellent work, and there's some great individuals on this group that's been put together by the government. The problem with the group is the problem they have, no problems with some of those people on it because they're outstanding individuals, is what's their mandate? Do they have any kiko in terms of can they implement, roll out their recommendations? And I'd think not, unfortunately. So
there's probably not going to be much that's going to come out of this review?
Well, the good
Apart
thing,
from having the discussion.
Well, the discussion is great, Scotty. You know, the debate is great. And when you've got Tipuni O'Regan, Rangi Nui Walker, you know, others on there who are asking people about where the treaty lies, it's great. The problem is when you get nuts like David Round on.
I was just about to ask you, because he was on earlier on Q&A.
Yeah.
He's from the Independent Constitutional Review, and he's talking apartheid. He's talking about people who are non-Māori becoming second-class citizens. Is this scaremongering?
No, well, see, look, the guy is a nut. All right, I've debated. No, clearly he's a nut. You know, I've debated with him 2 or 3 times. You can't get any sense from him. It's almost like he hates us. That's the problem. And you wonder if they've ever read the treaty. And I was talking to Sue Wood who, on Q&A just before I came in, and I was saying, look, the treaty is clear. The treaty's there for everyone. It's not just for Māori and Pākehā. It's in the preamble for those who are here and for those who may be coming. Very clear in the preamble. It's a treaty that can embrace everyone. And there's only double... People say, oh, there's 2 different meanings all the time. That's because governments chose to ignore the treaty, the Māori treaty, you know, our text, and interpret a text that was totally out of sorts with our society and with international law. And so there's a real challenge, Scotty, in terms of for this group. Can they get... They've got to be careful, you know. And Rangi Nui, it's good to see him there, because normally he's saying, you know, blinking racist government. now he's working with, you know, we need people like Rangi working with the government to see if he can roll them over a bit, and let's get that treaty out in terms of the centre of a constitution. I don't like their chances, because in the end, it's politics.
Very quickly, we celebrated Anzac Day last week. Should Anzac Day be our national day?
No, but it's a tremendously important day, and there's a lot of work that needs to go into Waitangi Day, education in terms of saying to people, showing people how important Waitangi Day is. Anzac Day is fantastic too. I spoke here on Television New Zealand, and I talked about the loss in terms of Māori, about how our soldiers came back, couldn't get farms, couldn't go into the pub and get a drink, Scotty. That's what happened to a lot of our soldiers. So, but a tremendously important day, and a day where Māori and Pākehā do come together. No doubt about that.
Very good, Willie. Thank you very much. Back to you, Miriama.
No doubt.